Starting to adjust everything. There we go. My cat keeps knocking over my webcam when I'm not at my desk, so I have to like readjust it every day. But anyway, hello everybody. I think I might have started even earlier than I posted I was going to start. Yeah, I said starting about 10 minutes, and I ended up starting in like 5, but... Well, I'm going to hang out for a little bit anyway, and just kind of talk about the list, and also some of the last-minute additions, or edits that I made, I guess. So, we kind of play weird decks on Tuesday, so we're playing some green-white. It didn't really have a name. It's like green-white taxes, but it's got Collected Company and Militia Bugler in it, so it's like kind of got a lot of off-the-wall concepts. I stole the list mostly from Spider Space. He streamed it, I think, a couple of weeks ago, honestly. I was kind of interested in it, but I also didn't want to buy engineered explosives because those are like 47 ticks per on Moto. So I made some slight edits to the sideboard. I think I'm also playing something. I'm playing like one card off the main deck because I didn't want to buy something else. But whatever. This deck actually looks pretty sweet. I think it's got a lot of grindy elements, and that's something I'm kind of interested in Modern right now. Because as I play Eldrazi Taxes more, you just play it's a lot of grindy and aggro matchups, honestly. I haven't played against a lot of, like, combo that you really want to be doing Eldrazi Taxes stuff against, necessarily. Stuff like Titan Shift and Tron more than Storm and Adnaz and KCI. So while you are slacking on those matchups a lot more, you only have 3 Thalias in the deck. You have, like, 2 Stonies in the board. Against Adnaz, you're probably kind of a dog in the matchup. I guess you have, like, Rex Sage, but can't imagine the Adnaz matchup is excellent with this deck, but you trade that off with, like, a ton of value generation. Stuff like Eternal Witness, Collected Company, Blade Splicer, Bugler. It just, like, you can grind a lot better than most Death and Taxes decks can. Also, you're less bad to Blood Moon against the dang Mardu Pyromancer decks that keep beating me up whenever I just want to play Wasteland Strangler. So, I do enjoy having Noble Hierarch and Aether Vial in my deck to, like, not be completely hosed there. We also have 2 Forests, 1 Plains, which, again, isn't great against Blood Moon, but with the, you only really need, like, the 1 colored source to really cast most of your stuff here. And you can, like, Ghost Quarter or Path yourself into it, or, again, have Hierarchs, so I don't hate that matchup. The other type of decks that you take a hit with this is the aggro matchups, especially because I didn't buy Engineered Explosives. You have very limited interaction on the early turns of the game, so if you're playing against something like humans, you're really leaning into, like, these heavy hitters. I put in an extra Worship because I realized that the humans matchup is probably way worse, especially without EEs. You're just kind of gimping yourself in that matchup, so you want these big cards that are very hard for humans to beat, especially Worship. They usually can't beat it unless they board it in, like, Rex Sages and stuff. So, I also put a Schlei on the board because I couldn't think of a 15th card, but it's probably very wrong because we're a Collected Company deck, but I really just want to activate the ability, and we're green-white. And finally actually activate Schlei. At some point, maybe I'll play a non-Collected Company version of green-white, where I can actually just play Schlei in the main deck. But we're just playing one of Schlei. It's good in, like, a lot of the matchups that I just talked about that you're probably not great in. Some of the combo matchups, giving yourself hexproof and giving stuff like your Thalia hexproof seems like neat concepts. What's up all the time? What are we whoa-whoa-whoaing? The fact that we're playing green cards? Talking to Johnny had 3 mana. Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness is really good when you have Collected Companies in your deck. You just never cast it. You just Coco into it, and just, like, a free 2/1 and something else, and you just get your Coco back. This deck is, like, the pinnacle of Death and Taxes grind. There's just so much value. We have bad cards, like, we just have so many bad cards. Militia Bugler, Eternal Witness. We get to play Thalia Heretic Cathar and, like, turn 2 it sometimes with Noble Hierarch. What could possibly be bad about this deck all the time? Aside from all of the issues that I was laying out earlier, where you're probably a dog in the aggro matchups pretty badly, and you're, I guess, slightly more of a dog in combo matchups than other D&T variants. We have Eidolon. I suppose that's probably why Eidolon's in the deck as well, because your Storm matchup's not great. Vile and Coco. We're gonna have 4 mana and a Thalia in play and a Coco in our hand so many times tonight. It's gonna be some real deck building synergies. We're gonna like Coco into 2 Aether Vials, a Path, and 3 lands. It's gonna be great. Anyway, we're just gonna. All right, it's been 10 minutes. I said I was gonna go live in about 10 minutes. 10 minutes from when I posted. So I can probably stop vamping about like random aspects of the deck and actually just play it. Competitive Modern League. Also, why the hell are Engineer Explosive like 47 ticks on MTGO? I know that card is expensive in paper, but why does it have to be so expensive on Moto? I'm starting to play a lot of like random Modern decks. Modern's such a weird format. Legacy is a lot more cut and dry of like what's good and what's not as good. But Modern, I guess it's because Death and Taxes at its core is not as competitive in Modern as it is in Legacy. So I'm just like playing all these weird variants, and they all do reasonably well because they're all about the same power level of probably not great. They're 100. Yeah, exactly. Engineer Explosive is dumb. They need to. I bought like 1 at 30 when I was playing Jund like 3 or 4 years ago. I was like, yeah, I'll put an Engineered Explosives in my sideboard. It's probably good. Play against Boggles, whatever. So now I own exactly 1 Engineered Explosives, and they're like $1 jillion. Moto, why? Why do you always just like to mess around with my window? Win the die roll. Alright, hand seems pretty decent. Am I supposed to shock for this Noble Hierarch? Or, like, use Canopy? I mean, this hand is, I guess, a little land heavy, but we have Canopy to cycle, so... Guess I'm probably supposed to shock. Then I can, like, play Scooz plus leave a path or something. And then just cycle the Canopy next turn if we don't draw into gas. Opponent mulls a 6. Cool. I guess I could also have Scoo's activation plus path, like off the Hierarch or something. In case if my opponent's playing a deck where I want to be leaving up Scavengers on turn 2, like Dredge or Dredgevine or Hollowvine, whatever. But almost a 5. Alright, feeling better about this medium 7. Canopy to protect your humans. Horizon Canopy and Noble Hierarch. Look, I'm a good deck. It's like not unreasonable, actually. Like, I don't know if it's worth the percentage points, especially on my opponent's multi 5. They might actually concede on 1 if I go Canopy Noble, because they might just be playing out for info. But on 5, they can like reasonably compete. Flameblade Adept. Ooh, the Scavengers might actually have value here. Alternatively, I could just Leonin Arbiter path this Flameblade Adept, which is probably better considering they don't have anything in the yard yet. Wow, Leonin Arbiter is pretty sweet when you can, like, use a Ghost Quarter or a Path to Exile on turn 2. Burning Inquiry. Please let me keep Scoos. Let me keep Scoos. Oh, Faithless Looting deal. So if they discard, like, Blood Gas, I mean, they'll probably get back a Blood Gas, but if they discard Phoenixes, we can just eat them. We can keep their graveyard down for, like, Gurmogs and stuff. The Scavenging Ooze seems really strong here. Pitch Flamewake, yeah, we're gonna murder that. Street Wraith. They still can't Gurmog me with even with a fetch land here. Okay, now they could. Oh, just hollow one? Sure. Oh, no second land. This seems pretty good for me. We're just gonna eat their Flamewake and their Street Wraith. I could eat their looting, but they're really far away. I'd rather gain the life and get the counters on Scoos. So now the Scoos actually just attacks into their hollow one, because it's Exalted, or because I can just eat the third guy in the yard. Man, this is the first game I've played with this deck, but it seems pretty sweet. I'll give them that much. Alright. Oh no, our Ghost Quarter. Would have been nice, but our hand's gas now. We have Bugler and company. I don't think opponent's beating this. They discarded an Angler and a Bolt. Yeah, sure, attack me, opponent. That's not a winning game plan. Thoughtseize. Oh, Angler? Gurmog? That means Scoos can only trade with a Gurmog. No, because they can't eat my Hierarch that's in the yard now. So never mind. Scoos can attack as a 6/6, we're fine. Oh, Tasker. Never mind. They don't even get to do anything. We're just gonna, like, leave up... We're gonna attack them for 5, leave up company here. Seems probably fine. Exalted up. Get him with this Coco here. Don't know what I'm gonna Coco into, but it'll probably be great, right? In before 6 lands. Should probably Coco on attacks. We have 1 card in hand. Alright. Cast Collected Company. Oh boy. Man, this card is so good in this deck. 2 Thalia Guardian of the Ravens. Nice. Collect Company, not exactly the best card. Alright, I'm not going to put the other one into play. Maybe I will, actually. It feeds the Scoos. Eh. I have 8 on. I have lethal on board, so I'm just not gonna block. I'm going to 6 here. They have 1 card. They can't double bolt me. Yeah, sure. Hit me. And that should be lethal. Ooh, do they have a bolt as the last card? Lightning Axe? What are they paying cost for? Oh yeah. This is still lethal, right? Yeah. Because this is 7, I just eat 2 more creatures. And I have 2 Thalias. Wow, Scavenging is a pretty good Magic card, as it turns out. Pretty good. Good work there, Scavenging Ooze. Alright, what do I wanna... How do I sideboard against this deck? There are a lot of cards I want, and there are a lot of cards I guess I don't want. Eternal Witness seems way too slow for this matchup. As does... Revoker had Slavmancer, that's it. I'm gonna cut that. Bugler also seems kind of slow. What else do I want to board in? Probably, like, Settle plus Worship. Oh, yeah, Auric Champion X seems pretty good. Blocks Bloodguests forever, or big Delve Threats and gains me a bunch of life. Could see Rex Sages. They hit exactly Hollow 1. There's a lot of... This is what happens whenever I play a new deck. I'm never sure what I want and what I don't want. I could even see Shalai. It just blocks... Protects my guys from Bolt and blocks Phoenixes. But Shalai's probably a little too slow. As is... I guess Flicker Wisp. I usually board out Flicker Wisp in these matchups. I do have to be careful of my, like, Coco to creature ratio, which is something I've never really taken into consideration. So I think I want all these. So let's cut the Wisps and maybe just cut all the Cocos and play the Shalai. Although then what's the Bugler count? 25 creatures, 22 hits? That's pretty good still. I guess Core Skyfisher actually. Yeah, it's a 2-3. I think I'd rather have Rex Sage. Yeah, let's just do it like that. Alright, we have turn 2 Arbiter and Orthalia and the Bugler, and we have Settle, so seems fine. Opponent with no turn 1 play. What is their plan? Probably kept like a Goblin Lore hand. If they're keeping a hand without a 1-drop, it's probably like Goblin Lore with Hollow Ones. Or maybe it's like looting into Hollow 1. Like they couldn't cast the Hollow 1 because they only had the 2 cards to discard, but they can go land Hollow 1 now. Oh, maybe not. Discard Bloodguest Flamewake. So this land drop's going to be kind of scary. Yep. That's not great for me. Probably play Thalia next turn just to block this Bloodghast. Try to set up for this Settle with chump blocking the Thalia away by turn 4, though. Alright, we can... It's looking kind of bad, but looking survivable so far. The Settle on hand if they don't play around it. Fatal Push, sure. I take 8 here, go to 10. Don't chalk that in. Alright, good. We can play Bugler to stall again. Ooh, or Splicer. I think Splicer's better. Creates the first striker. hopefully we can set up for this Settle the Wreckage next turn. We can even fire one of them off as a super expensive path if they like try to play around it by attacking with one guy. We can settle them, and then because we have the backup one. I guess that's also hard for them to play around it because this thing has to attack every turn. I think I'm going to chump block the hollow one with this Blade Splicer. I have no ways to flicker it. I boarded out all my wisps. So I think I'm just going to chump block. Just gain 4 life. Because if we go down too low, we just get bolted out of this game. Ooh, brutality. Or did they not? No, they didn't duress me. They just neg 2 and drained me. Oh, is this lethal? Yeah. Dang. Opponent has turn 4 lethal. That gets past our 4-mana board wipes. The brutality was rough. Brutality plus bolt got past all of our blockers and drained us into lethal range. Oh well, we're on the play next round, or next game, so should be fine. Do I want to change anything? No, I kind of like... I could see, like, the Bugler being worse than a Reclamation Sage, honestly. Just have 2 Rec Sages. They only hit hollow ones, but it's very helpful to kill hollow ones in this matchup. If we had a Rec Sage that turn or something, it would have been very nice. Alright. I would like to play first. And this hand's pretty good. Thalia into Thalia. Selfless Spirit or Settle. I'm happy with this hand. Mulligan's to 6, also happy about that. Would also love a path. Oh. Would love most of the cards in my deck, honestly, at this point. Anything besides more 4-mana spells. We use another land to get the Settle online. We just use more dudes. Wow, opponent's having some pretty bad luck here. Mold to 5 games 1 and 3. Mold to 4. Alright, this should be fine for us. We have Thalia into Thalia. And they're on a 4. They scry to the top, they scry to the bottom. They might not even hit this land drop. Yep, that's gonna be bad for them. Now most of their lands will come into play tapped. And we're just beating them down for 5 a turn. We can play Selfless Spirit. Yeah, opponent's very, very dead. Probably just going to crack this Canopy. We don't actually have double white, but again, don't think it matters. Could always go score myself to double white if I need to. Although, I'm attacking for 7 next turn? Yeah, no. Setting it up so I can activate Gap when he doesn't set up lethal. Because I only attack them for 10, put them to 3, but I think they're just dead. Alright, opponent, Miracle the Black Terminus. And then we have a game. Yeah, opponent kept like they milled a 4. They kept a 1-land hand, scryed at the bottom, probably just never found another land to cast any of their spells. A win's a win, but not very deciding on like how good or bad the matchup may be. I do think our hand was pretty well set up to fight most of my opponent's draws, except for obviously the super explosive hollow one draws that they sometimes have. They're like Burning Inquiry into like double hollow when you on turn 1, but it's very hard to beat those regardless. Dagotron is our opponent. This hand's also fine, because we have Field of Ruin if my opponent is actually on Tron. We can even Field of Ruin them on turn 2 with this Hierarch, but it might just be their name. Yeah, not Tron. Very, very far away from Tron, actually. Look, we're on the same deck, opponent. What am I playing here on turn 2? Probably Bugler. It's mana efficient. What am I expecting my opponents on? Ponza? Ponza. At least we're not bad against Blood Moon. We have a basic and a Hierarch. Well, I guess I'm playing, Second Hierarch or Selfless Spirit? Could, like, Temple Garden Hierarch pass? Probably, honestly, like, Forest Hierarch punch for 2. It's more 2 damage on my opponent is more important than 2 damage on me. It's less mana efficient, but then if I go land Hierarch, the next turn I'll have 4 mana and go like Scooze plus Spirit or something, versus if I go Spirit this turn, I'll have 3 mana next turn, and then I can go like Hierarch plus Scooze. So in the long term, playing the Selfless Spirit does more damage, I suppose. Kind of want to protect my basic. I think I'm going to play Field of Ruin, Selfless Spirit. So if they have more Stone Rains. Selfless Spirit also protects my Hierarch here. Is this a Blood Moon? Alright, no. Yeah, Stone Rain, sure. This means we can attack them for... Ooh. I think I'm just going to go Hierarch now. My opponent's Stone Rain plan is not working out well for them. Because we're drawing mono Noble Hierarchs. We get to beat them to death with a 5/4. They hit the 4th land. Bloodbraid into Tracker. Alright. That doesn't stop our aerial clock. Can revoke their Birds of Paradise. I have 4 mana, 5 if I shock in Temple. I could Bugler. I think I want to revoke this bird. My opponent had to hit that last land drop in order to like start casting the spells that they had, so taking them off of mana seems pretty relevant here. Maybe I'm just supposed to like Revoker plus Scooze though, just so I don't take an unnecessary damage. This is like 6 power in play. Yeah, I don't hate that. Revoker on Birds of Paradise, and just run out the skews. They hit the land, but now they still only play 4-mana spells. They're just dead unless they're casting something here. Flame Slash the Selfless Spirit? They can't attack this turn. Could Ewit back the Selfless Spirit and replay it this turn, which is probably the play, honestly. I have 5 mana. Attack with Skews, it exalts up to a 5/5. They have to chump it. And then just Ewit Selfless Spirit. Check their face. They're dead, so they have to block it. Replay the lethal threat. With the Chandra, they can actually Inferno Titan me, but all that does is kill the Selfless Spirit. Not just another Blood Braid, sure. Into Utopia Sprawl. That seems like dead. I feel like if that was their plan, they wanted to plus the Chandra first. See what's on the top of their deck. They revealed another Chandra, another Tireless Tracker, nothing relevant. So, my opponent is on Ponza. I think I like Rex Sages here. Even if they board out Blood Moons, they snipe Utopia Sprawls and stuff. I don't hate the Fiend Hunter. Nor do I hate just more Cocos. I've never been impressed with Thalia in this matchup. My opponent's very creature-heavy. Like, they're just like a very creature-y mid-range deck. They do have some non-creature spells in terms of... They probably have Bolts, they have Utopia Sprawls, they had Planeswalkers, but Thalia doesn't do enough, especially if I'm just boarding into, like, 4 Cocos. I think I can honestly, like, grind out Ponza a little bit better than some other Death and Taxes variants. In that regard, what sucks the most? Arbiter's decent. Flicker Wisps are good against Utopia Sprawls, and Flyers are also just relevant in this matchup. Unless they have Stormbreath Dragon, which is hard to beat for sure. Could also even see Shalai coming in, but that's a maybe if I find more cards I want to cut. THC? No, THC blocks some of their stuff. Buglers? Am I just like kind of gonna constantly board out Buglers in this deck? I like Revoker. It hits their Mana Dorks, and it hits Planeswalkers. Skyfisher is probably just bad. Skyfisher technically blows out Stone Rains, though. You can pick up your lands with an Aether Vial. Maybe it's just 2 Buglers again. Either Buglers or just Arbiters, and I don't like going down to that far on 2s. I'll just cut Buglers. I don't think they target enough of my stuff for Shalai to be good here. If anything, they'll have like red-based board wipes post-board. Maybe this deck wants Burnt and Forge Tender. Although I don't know how many red board wipes are flying around nowadays. Sand sucks. With an Arbiter, I might keep, but... I'm in. I'm Not really in for that, though. Alright, we drew another land, so that's good. I think we just want File, though. Because then we can, like, Hierarch next turn into Violent Arbiter, Ghost Quarter, or something like that. Shock Pass? Are they gonna blow up my Vial? I'm confused. Maybe I'm supposed to run out Arbiter here to bait them killing it, because we have a backup Arbiter. But then what am I doing? What am I doing with the Noble? Next turn I just play the Noble instead. I'd rather than, like, kill a Noble here since we have so many. I want Noble in play in case they Stone Rain me. If they, like, bolt the Noble and then untap Stone Rain me. Or no, if they kill the Vial is what I was thinking. Yeah, this is totally fine. I think I'd rather get the Noble bolted just because it means less to my hand. Play a 4-drop here. We got Bloodbraid. Then we get to Ghost Quarter them off of red. Yep. Bloodbraid into... Not Blood Moon, please? Stone Rain. Sure, that's fine. We still get to Ghost Quarter here. I don't think I want to take the extra damage. My opponent's racing me, so... We're just going to... put an Arbiter... Stone Rain your land. Play a tapped Temple Garden. And attack for 1. And we have Arbiter to trade off with Bloodbraid if we need to. Relic? Really? Is it because I played a Wreck? Or is it because I played an Eternal Witness? I'll gladly trade here. I have a second Arbiter. We are going to leave Vial on 2. I might want to crack this Canopy. Of course, we immediately draw the 3-drop. I'm just going to hit him. I'm going to leave the Arbiter in my hand. If they play a fetch land, they can play around it. If, like, they can play around the Vial on 2 by just not cracking the fetch until I try to activate this Vial on their end step, but they have enough mana that I don't think they care that much about the Arbiter attacks. So I'd rather just have this as come in as a surprise. Alright, we can kill that Utopia Sprawl with this Flicker Wisp, which is really nice to keep them off of red. Question is, am I supposed to crack this Canopy? Oh, I forgot. They totally get red mana from that. Neat. I'm gonna shatter my Vial. That's fine. We can just cast this Flicker Wisp. Also, now the answer is no. I'm not gonna crack this Canopy. Oh man, our Eternal Witness. Good thing they cracked that Relic of Progenitus. Punch for 3. Kill their red mana again. It back our Aether Vial. Don't think that's my plan, but we could. Please don't know how this works. Please don't know how this works. Aw, they did. Kinda like red sweeper me, maybe? They make double red off this Arbor Elf? Anger or Sweltering Suns or something? Yep. Man, I guess I'm playing this Eternal Wind. That Anger was a bummer. Wish this was a Sweltering Suns. Could have got back Flicker Wisp, flickered our Iwa later. We're just gonna like get back a Vial. Which my opponent has 1 card in hand. We do want to put on the pressure. Also, that Relic actually coming back to bite me a little bit. I think it's still very wrong for my opponent to board it in, but it is definitely getting me here. Ooh. Flicker Wisp this Iwa for no value. They know the last card in my hand, it doesn't matter, so give this Vigilance. I can't like bluff having Path to Exile or something. That's a good draw. I think I want to flicker out this tracker so they can't find clues, or they can't grab clues. Alternatively, I could like flicker out something else, play around another Anger or something. Like flicker out their Arbor Elf, play around at Anger, flicker out my own Flicker Wisp, play around at Anger. This is the absolute worst play if they have like second Anger of the Gods. I think I just want to try to kill them exactly this turn. Oh no, am I getting supremely punished? Nice, they're dead. Whew. It says GG's. GG, opponent. Where is... Here's Ponza. 2-0 to Ponza. Feels good, because if I were playing Eldrazi Taxes, that matchup would not probably not have gone as well. Coming into round 3. This league is progressing rather quickly. I am enjoying the green cards in this deck, although not a lot of them have done a lot yet. That game, Eternal Witness, did basically nothing. Scavenging has made a good showing, but that was about it. Then we died, and then our opponent didn't play a game. I guess Noble Hierarch made a really good showing in game 1 against Ponza. This hand's good. We have Arbiter and like multiple Ghost Quarter-esque effect, and an Aether Vial. Aether Hub. My opponent's on, yeah, KCI. Double Stone Rains might not be fast enough. Especially because they don't really search their library. So Arbiter on turn 2 is not really going to be that disruptive. Hopefully some Stone Rays will be okay. That Mind Stone is very scary, because it means my opponent can just KCI me next turn. Ooh. Never mind. That was an excellent draw. And Thalia really gums up the works. It's not like the absolute windmill slam opponent can't win, because they can definitely play through it. This deck produces a ton of mana, but it's very good for me here. A Noble, huh? So I could Arbiter, Hierarch? Or I could, like, Violent Arbiter or Hierarch, attack for 3. I have to play this Ghost Quarter, so. And then I can probably field them next turn. So I think I want double Arbiter to make this Field of Ruin better. Because if they leave they have to leave more mana to try and not get Stone Rained again next turn. So we cast a Leonin Arbiter. Ghost Quarter this Inventor's Fair. Could try to Ghost Quarter them off of colored mana, but Inventor's Fair just seems way scarier. This is an EE on 2? Oh, thank God. Actually, no, that would have been fine. We have Flicker Wisp. Scrap Trawler. Really want to find a path now. And I guess I can still attack with Thalia here. I could double block. And then we'll have Flicker Wisp up. Oh, I actually can't activate Field Run here. I didn't think about that. Unless I draw an untapped land here. Man, that's pretty good, though. I'll take it. So we'll just play Hierarch. I think I'm just crunching with everything, though. I don't really care if my opponent trades off. If they try to double block Thalia, we have Flicker Wisp to blow them back out. If not, we have Thalia Heretic Cathar. Technically, they can get each other back, right? If they both die? Like, if my opponent blocks 2 Arbiters, they can see each other hit the grave, they get each other back. But that costs them a bunch of mana, and that's just to kill 1 Arbiter. Also, again, we can blow them out with the Wisp, if they decide to do that. Yeah. So I could just only let my opponent's Mirror Retriever die, or only let their Scrap Trawler die, so they can't get it back with the Retriever. But they can always get it back later, because this Retriever's going to die anyway. Do I care? Do I care enough to stop one of these things? I don't think so. They just, like, don't have the time to cast all these dirtily spells. We're just gonna put it in THC right now to be really sick if I had something to somehow blow them out here, but I just want to put in THC so I can have 6. They got back Terrarian, sure. They cast spells, they just get Stone Rained again. What the fuck? Psy Master Thopterist. You cast an artifact, make a 1/1 Thopter. Sack 2 artifacts, draw a card, 1/4, huh? That doesn't seem particularly strong. They use their energy. Oh, they use their energy for blue. Oh well. No point in taking the damage here. My opponent gets tapped Thopters. We Violent Flicker Wisp to get rid of the Psy for their turn, and then just attack them for lethal. Don't even know why Psy's in their deck. It seems like not a good addition. Sure, you get a tapped Retriever and a tapped Thopter. You are dead. So, eggs, huh? Stonies, sages, relics, Eidolon. Shalai, maybe? Shalai protects the hate cards. They usually board in stuff like Galvanic Blast in this matchup. Doesn't block EE. But we have like Stoning to block that. Let's find out what sucks. I imagine the plan is just like, these grindy cards are all super slow and not worth it. Like, Core Skyfisher is super slow, Eternal Witnesses, Militia Buglers. Also just Cocos, I'm boarding into like a lot more non-creature spells. We can just see that. Your spacebar broken, yes. Let's see Fiend Hunter. Fiend Hunter exiles whatever they're called, the trawlers. And it exiles Psy, I guess, if my opponent is on that. Whatever you say, Yaz. What do I want to cut here? Thanks for the good luck. This deck list has been pretty fun so far. I'm enjoying, like, it's a very minor green splash, but it's like some pretty sweet cards. Just want them to play a white Reclamation Sage. Mostly for Legacy, though. Guess cut like a Splicer. I'd rather have Fiend Hunter than Splicer in my deck. It's an argument of boarding out Vile, I suppose, just because we're boarding in Stony Silence, but I think we want Vile a reasonable amount of the time that we don't have Stony. This hand seems pretty gas. We have, like, Revoker on KCI, we have Relic, Thalia. I'm in for this hand. Really want a Leonin Arbiter. That's a pretty good start. Really want a Stony Silence. Is it worth missing out on this Relic? No, we have enough untapped lands. I don't need to get this Wildwood down right now. I'd rather play Relic. Also, I guess that we have the deck synergy of Relic of Progenitus and Stony Silence here, but again, they can't beat the Stony if it's in play, so Relic's just insurance if we don't have the Stony. Might not name KCI with Revoker, but I think it's like the only way this deck really goes off. We're just gonna exile that before they can cast a less relevant spell. Like if they cast an Ancient Stirrings or something. And turn 2 Scrap Trawler is pretty good. I think, as much as I want to revoke Mox Opal here, I think I'm just supposed to revoke KCI. Shields keep going down on this Relic, which makes me kind of nervous, but they can't both kill this Revoker and play KCI in the same turn. Probably. Krark, Clan, Ironworks. Has a Mind Stone, sure. Wellspring. So looking for something to blow up my Revoker with. Wow, that attack seems horrifying. What is this? I can just untap and exile the Scrap Trawler, right? This attack is very scary. Is their plan just, like, try to unlock their KCI? And just... KCI, like, with their stuff right now, try to kill me? String Wildwood seems so good to block. Yeah, String Wildwood seems, like, pretty sick, honestly. I kind of like it as a man land. It blocks... Or, like, it doesn't die to Bolt. Eats Mantis Riders. I like it a lot more than I like Shambling Vent. I don't think I'm supposed to block here. I'm really scared. They might also just be wanting to get rid of the Scrap Trawler because they don't value it as much because I have this Relic in play, so we'll just take it. Yeah, exactly. It's not embarrassing like Shambling Vent is. Hit him. I think I want to just Flicker Wisp one of my lands, honestly. Leave up this Relic activation, and then next turn I can Thalia and continue to leave up Relic activation just as extra insurance. They could, like, Nature's Claim, Krark Clan go off or something, and I'd really like to have a Relic in that scenario. Even though Relic and Scrap Trawler are kind of, like, at odds a little bit. It's hard to know when you're supposed to pop it. Yeah, I think it's fine to just... There's a Shields Down moment where they could Nature's Claim my Relic if they wanted to. Wait, what? Poison Silver, even though it's so insanely rare. That seems rather unfortunate. Alright, no Nature's Claim is good. That does sound like the worst. Sack Mind Stone. Just gonna kill it right now. Buried Ruin, sure. Sure to all these cards. They want to keep attacking? I kind of want to get the Scrap Trawler off the table. I think I'm happy trading Wisp with it, honestly. They might have, like, just another scrap trawler. That's their plan. But still, my Wisp is, like, completely irrelevant to my game plan. I'm not popping the Relic here. They could sack Buried Ruin, get back their scrap trawler if they really needed it. So we're just going to untap. Activate Relic on them. So now if they pop Relic, or they pop Buried Ruin, now we can just sack this. We drew a Rex Sage. That's interesting. Does this trigger when it... No. It doesn't. It's like Chromatic Star, not Chromatic Sphere. Relic is weird when you can run... Wait, what? Which card are we talking about? Oh, the Spirit? Maybe the Spirit's better than Relic in this deck. Could be. Yeah, I could definitely actually see, whatever, Remorseful Cleric being better than Relic of Progenitus in this deck. Yeah. Yeah, I copied most of this deck from Spider Space, so... So I could Rex Sage their Opal, leave them on 3 lands. Now let's attack them. And then I can, like, set up to start Flicker Wisping this Rex Sage, blow up some of their other artifacts. Yeah, I kind of like that, honestly. I bet if he had Bad Johnny, I probably wouldn't have. I didn't buy, like, the super expensive cards to build this deck. Probably would not have had Bad Johnny. Opponent's got another Psy. I mean, sure, I guess. It does block all my shit. Which is actually pretty obnoxious right now. So we have 4, possible 5 mana. Could Flicker Wisp my Punch for 4, but that's not very relevant. Probably just want a Stirring Wildwood, THC, Relic Pass, or Relic Activated Pass. Question is, do I want to leave up another activation now? I want to see some red-white just so you can run Good Johnny. I don't think I'd play Good Johnny. I also definitely wouldn't play the Kiki. I'd be playing some, like, Shelleye version, but... So we're going to play THC here. Do I want to leave up Relic Pop? Probably. Because they do have this Buried Ruin, so... Can't attack into a 1/4. Unbeatable. I think Red... Yeah, Red White Johnny's definitely, like, I wouldn't hate playing it. It just... What matchups am I wanting it, is the thing. Because it's, like, not really a grindy card, because it doesn't really produce card advantage at all, besides Lightning Helixing stuff, and most control decks, the Lightning Helix is not going to be relevant. Do I want any creature matchups? Because then it's like a 4-mana non-creature spell. It's definitely underrated. It's just hard to find a good home for it. My opponent just wants to make a 1/1. Deal. Could also blow that up by Flicker Wisping Rex Sage in case they find an answer to Evoker. Could also start, like, cracking these canopies or some shit. Could also just blow up their Thopter, but... Kill that Mox Opal, I suppose. Well, we can sack 2 artifacts to draw a card with this Psy. So maybe we want to pop the Ironworks. Attack with the Thalia, send him a message. Dang, they called the bluff. We want to blow up some of their artifacts so they can't utilize their Psy as well, because they seem to be like pretty flooded here. We don't want to die to an army of 1/1 Thopters from this really bad card that I trashed during game 1. Did I miss the coattail? Oh no, I think Phil's still streaming. My plan was to try and ride Phil's coattails, because he's the huge Death and Taxes streamer. But I think he's still going. He's trying to hit partner, so he's like been doing these pretty big streams these past couple of days. Opponent's going off. Drawing 2 cards. So we have like 5 answers for the Psy in our deck. Also just like Shalai or what's the other one? Shalai or Gavney Township also just kind of puts our opponent under the clock. We get a bunch of draws at it as well. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted either. I won a Badlands once. I also won a Jace once. I don't know if I can confirm that, Ashstein. I don't know if you did bless. Did you bless me both those times? No, you didn't.
Yeah, you got.
I don't think you blessed me when I got the Jace.
Not the Jace, the Badlands. The Badlands won the other tournament.
Maybe. Your blessings can't outdo my curses. Fuck off all the time. Maybe I'm supposed to just cycle this relic just to keep trying to hit stuff? Scoos. Alright, not the most relevant. Rather play Blade Splicer. We should form a Syndicate of Evil. God, please don't. Also, this is going to be a pretty infuriating way to lose if we lose to this fucking Psy Master Thopterist, or whatever. Is that what he's called? Yeah. I wonder if it's better for them to crack the Mind Stone or just activate Psy, honestly. Oh, I guess, no, they draw 1 card. I thought this drew like 2 or something, but that'd be pretty nuts. So yeah, Mind Stone's obviously better. Scrap Trawler, oh dear. Wait, no, they can technically sack things with a Psy, but they can't get anything back right now. And then we can play Scoos next turn. We keep drawing not very good cards. This list is crazy. The list seems like kind of nonsense when you look at it. Alright, opponent's deciding whether or not they want to activate Buried Ruin, maybe? To buy back their Mind Stone to get more Thopters? Not unreasonable. They decided no, apparently. I think I can safely attack with Thalia and Golem token, because they can't really stack block, because the first strike would take down the Thopters. Yeah, opponent. At least we kill a Thopter here. We have the late game. Yes, Aether Vial. All of my plans are coming into fruition here. Oh, they're just gonna like sack the Thopter, right? To Sai. Draw more cards. I wonder when I'm supposed to. If I draw Flicker Waves, I'm probably supposed to like Flicker or Evoker onto Sai. So they have this Scrap Trawler in play. So I think I'm supposed to eat this Darksteel Citadel just so they can't buy it back for value. If they like sack their Mind Stone, they can get the Darksteel back because they have Scrap Trawler. We still have 1 mana up in case. Coco into the Tarmo, yeah, that's the plan. Then we boarded out most of our grindy cards. Suppose I also could have eaten Mind Stone. Prevent them from trying to Buried Ruin it. But then the shields go down on the Scoos, and I'm a little scared of that with the Scrap Trawler in play. Because they can get a little bit more value. Sure. Again, we really just want to find Shalai or Gavany or... Would they grab another Scrap Trawler? Alright. Shalai and Gavany are the big ones. I don't think my opponent can beat those. EE on 2? Kills a Revoker and Scoos, I suppose. Yeah, that's kind of bad for me. If they have a KCI. Would they hit off that, Oh, and they played Adventurers Fair. They had another Scrap Trawler, so their hand is Scrap Trawler ? Honestly, it would even take like a Leon Arbiter to try and cut them off of their blue mana. Could hit like Sanctum, Glimmer Void. Try to prevent them from activating Sai a bunch. Alright, so let's eat the EE. I don't want them recurring that the most. Oh no, they can just buy it back because the second Mind Stone. That was a misplay. Didn't think about that with this. I didn't think they had 2 mana up. I wasn't really paying that much attention. So they can just buy back the E by sacking the Mind Stone. I should have eaten their other Mind Stone. Oh well. I guess we're probably going to game 3 at this point. I need to start playing fast. Ugh. Really don't want to keep hitting these land. Alright, let's kill that Inventor's Fair. Let's also try to kill some of their blue mana. Maybe I'm supposed to snipe this Buried Ruin instead of more blue. Probably. Probably doesn't matter, honestly, but... Notably, they only have 2 basics in their deck. I guess Path was another card we were looking for, right? Because this size really kind of put us under the gun. Yeah, they have the KCI. Now they should probably be able to go off with double Trawler, plus having a Psy in play makes them basically infinite mana. They do have to, like, draw cards, though. They don't have infinite colored sources. Double Trawler, they can sack, like, a Trawler, buy back 2 Mind Stones? Yeah. Cycle through the Mind Stones, draw more cards. I maintain that this card's, like, really bad. This card managed to kind of, really beat us up this game, but I think this card is just very unnecessary, especially in the main deck. It just, like, activates all your opponent's removal, right? I mean, I guess removal's still decent against KCI because they have scrap trawlers and stuff. I will let them go off. They need to kill me. Yeah, definitely getting punished for not eating the second Mind Stone. Retriever. Is that lethal? I think that's deterministically dead, right? Especially because they just already have the scrap trawler, yeah. Then they sack the... They play the E, play the scrap trawler, sack it, get back Mirror Retriever plus Mind Stone. They have basically infinite mana, and now they have, like, infinite draw. I won't concede to that. I'm not gonna make them play it out. I could be like a huge dick about it, but even if they like just make like 30 Thopters, I'm not gonna beat that. I don't have lethal in play or anything. They're at 13. Getting back, yeah. Not gonna make my opponent kill me. I want to change anything. No, I left in all the removal. Like I just had paths in my deck, just didn't find any to answer a scrap trawler or a Psy. Yeah, just run it like this. Yeah, I think you're right all the time. I think the whatever Remorseful Cleric might be much better. I'm gonna keep his hand. His hand's kind of super greedy, but we'll keep. But they don't Nature's Claim my Aether Vial. That'd be bad news. Land. Not a land. Alright, no Nature's Claim, please. Please? I said please. That means you can't do it, opponent. Oh, thank God. We hit the second land and have nothing to cast. I technically have a Scavenger's activation up if I really, really need it. Here. Can Violent Scoos and then, like, Ghost Quarter myself to get a Forest. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. They could, like, try to go off here. I'm not sure if they can. Certainly makes it easier. So they have Trawler. So I think the plan is Path it. So this resolves. They sack Mind Stone. Trigger on the stack. They're getting back Chromatic Star. Oh, jeez. Death and Taxes for the win. Hosting me with 104 viewers. Jeez. Happy your stream went well. Thank you. Thank you for the host. Thank you so much. I do truly appreciate it. Hello to everyone from Phil's stream. Sorry, we're in the middle of like a very weird combo we turn against KCI here, so it's hard to talk about everything that's going on, but hello everybody. I'm XJ Cloud. We play a lot of Death and Taxes here. We also play modern Death and Taxes, which is what we're doing right now, but alright, so my opponent no longer has a Scrap Trawler, but they have 5 mana, and they're getting back a Mind Stone and a Chromatic Star. Which one do I want to eat with the Scoos? Because if I untap, I think I win. Because I untap and I can, like, Rex Age this Quark Clan, and I should be fine. It's just a matter of what do I not want them to have. I was telling this is a D&D stream. Hey, there's a Thalia, we're good, right? I have a Thalia in my hand. I have a Flicker Wisp, Aether Vial. It's basically taxes. I almost want to kill this Chromatic Star, just because it's way more mana efficient for them. It's essentially gain 1 mana, draw a card, right? And Mind Stone is, like, lose 2 mana, draw a card. Curse him with that. We're already, like, 2-0. Get out of here, Chyloth. Don't curse me. We're trying desperately to beat KCI here. Ghost Quarter my basic. Thalia's been working out. Don't worry about it, Proto. Thalia's just buff. Alright, so targeting Chromatic Star, targeting Mind Stone. Alright. Eat the Chromatic Star. And then F6. And hopefully we survive this turn. Hello, Eric. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Oh god, they had a second Scrap Trawler. We're probably dead. Because now they have 4 mana, they can get back this EE. But, hello. Alright, so now that we're dead, I can talk about what's going on. So, we're playing some green-white, Coco, Bugle taxes, a lot of, like, random shit going on. Oh, wow, we are supremely dead. My opponent was ready. Anyhow. We play a lot of Legacy and Modern on this channel, so if you want to see some more Death and Taxes content, feel free to drop me a follow. It'd be real cool. Second KCI. Oh, that buys back the second Scrap Trawler. Oh, we are boned. My usual schedule is... Oh. Nixon Bet A, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. So my usual schedule is I play Legacy on Mondays, and I usually play Modern on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then... Or I guess Tuesdays is like kind of... I play weird off-the-wall decks. Like different Death and Taxes variants, which typically means Modern, because there aren't a lot of like Death and Taxes varieties in Legacy as much, but... Think about doing like a Goblin stream at some point. But anyway, Monday, Legacy. Wednesday is Black, White, Eldrazi, Taxes, and Modern. And then Friday, I usually do 2 streams, and it's usually like 1 Modern, 1 Legacy. So if some of you are partial to specific formats, I know probably a lot of you are big Legacy fans coming from Phil's stream. He has the... Oh, does he have the loop? I haven't been paying attention. There's no loop established here yet, right? My opponent needs like more artifacts. Like, they're making a bunch of mana here. They need... Let's say, yeah. They can draw more cards here. They sack that, draw another card, and, like, gain a bunch of mana, but they don't have a loop. They need to find, like, a Mirror Retriever or something. My opponent needs to just, like, keep drawing cards. Do they have their... They're making blue mana for their Psy Master Thopterist? No. Oh, they tried Ichor Wellspring. So that's like a jillion more cards. Now this Ichor Wellspring draws them 2, Terrarian draws them 1. So we're probably like pretty deterministically dead. I mean, I guess deterministically is not the right word, because we're definitely not that. 2 scrap trawlers. I mean, it's close to infinite, but if my opponent didn't have like stuff like Wellspring specifically, they would need to keep chaining 1 mana baubles or whatever. Chromatic things. Like, my opponent has a lot of mana, but they need to draw cards. But now they have Mind Stone, sack it, draw a card, get back Terrarian. But this is definitely not like I'm straight dead. Alright, this might be lethal. Ichor Wellspring. How much do I value my time is the question. Because I think I'm dead now. Opponent can draw a ton of cards. Wait, did they not, like... Yeah, didn't they... did they get back Terrarian? Yeah, return to Terrarian Scrap Trawlers. They're sequencing it right. They're playing fast, which is good. Third Trawler, alright. Maybe we'll, yeah, because now they can just sack a Trawler and get back, like, 3 Ichor Wellsprings. Yeah, we're dead, alright. I'll concede to that. They can sack a Trawler, draw, like, 6 cards, which is more than 6 because they get back Terrarian with, like, each Wellspring, so let's draw, like, 9 something. Some absurd amount of cards. Well, I have better things to do with my time. Our hand was, like, pretty jank. I kept kind of a loose hand on the strength of, like, Path plus Scooze plus Rex Age, but not hitting the land drop. Plus our opponent having 2 Trawlers. Definitely wrecked us. Never too much time to drop and play like this. Well, if you showed up, Chilo, then I'm probably just gonna end up 2-3ing with this deck. Where's my KCI stats? KCI should be on this list somewhere, whatever. Did you leave? I forget if you were there at the end of the stream yesterday, Chylith, where Alatime decided to curse me instead. This hand seems like gas. The old Thalia Collected Company hand combo. What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, at the end of yesterday's stream, Alatime cursed me, so that was fun. Alright. Foothills Pass. I guess I'm just gonna Thalia Wildwood? I don't think Thalia is good against most Wooded Foothills decks, but my other play is, like, do nothing here, so... It would allow me to Coco next turn, though, if I don't play the stupid Thalia. Maybe they'll bolt it. Breeding Pool. Infect? It's the only deck I can think of that would be playing just whatever green fetches they want. Yeah, Infect. Sounds pretty well set up against Infect. We have Ghost Quarter. We have Thalia. We have Path. I think I'm just going to play the Wildwood here, because I want to set up that I can actually cast this Collected Company. And I don't think I'm dying with a Thalia and a Path. Yeah, opponent not doing anything. They have like a creature? I mean, I'll take it. Dismember Thalia? Meh. Could, yeah, sure. I have second Thalia. Do I want a Coco here, or do I want to cast Thalia? Could just, like, Coco, Ghost Quarter this Ink Moth. I could possibly also Coco into a Leonin Arbiter. I think I'd rather do that. Let's just main phase this Collected Company. Blade Splicer, Flicker Wisp, Blade Splicer seems pretty strong. Now we'll just kill this Ink Moth while their shields are down. Next turn we could play Thalia and leave a path. Coco into 10 power, pretty good. When you have the opportunity to Coco one must Coco, it's in the rulebook. Those are like the first Collected Companies I've ever casted and in this league, so no one gave me the Coco rulebook. But it makes sense. The card is a ton of value. So now we can play Thalia into Path to Exile, so they can't like have a hexproof thing to protect it. Four mana, 10/10. Well, it's not 10/10, right? Because some of these things have 1 toughness. It's like a 10/8. I guess I could have also just attacked for lethal with Wildwood, right? And just forced them to block, but whatever. They could have, like, blocked, pump spelled it. Yeah, they're just dead. All roads lead to Rome there. What do we want? Our sideboard is not really set up to fight Infect very much. I think our main deck's decent against Infect, though. Eidolon, maybe? Settles, maybe? Rex Sage seems really bad. It only hits Inkmoth if you have it on a vial? Huh. I think I like Settle more than Eidolon. Maybe not. Eidolon prevents us from like dying to a flurry of pump spells early, if we can get it down, but it's like not incredibly impactful. The only card I for sure want is this Fiend Hunter. Worship. Isn't Worship like really bad against Infect, or am I reading that wrong? Damage that would reduce your life. Yeah, because it like doesn't do anything, right? Because they're not reducing my life total to 1, they're just Infect countering me. Guess I want... Settle's like really clunky, but it does play around hexproof stuff, which is relevant. I don't think they're going to leave in Spell Pierces and such against me. So Settle's not irrelevant there. Brought out... Yeah, Ewit Path is good, or Ewit Ghost Quarters. I think Bugler is probably the worst card in my deck. I brought out Bugler a lot in this deck. Bugler seems like the weak link here. It's a lot of value, but this deck is already so set up to just gain a bunch of value. Oh yeah, I was just looking at skews. 3 CMC solid seems medium. Yeah, I mean a lot of cards kind of seem medium. I think skews is worse than Thalia. At least 3 CMC Thalia like makes their mana a little bit worse. Bringing like more Cocos. Coco's like value, right? I don't know if it's Eidolon. They switch gears and go damage to Hierarch Worship would be okay, but that's yeah. I don't think Worship's worth it in that regard. I think most of the games you lose are going to be to Infect damage rather than normal damage. I want this Eidolon. I kind of want this. I guess Eidolon's better than Core Skyfisher. Let's run like this. I don't know what we're doing. Not convinced Bugler's... I'm not convinced it's a good card either. It's a sweet card. It's a lot of value, but... Stands fine. We have multiple ways to kill ink moths. We have a path to, like, kill a blighted agent. We have to settle the wreckage now. Yeah, I don't know if Eidolon's actually good. Eidolon's good specifically in the scenario of, like, Noble Hierarch into Eidolon, where you don't just get, like, rushed down really fast. Ichorclaw Mirror. I think I'm just gonna Ghost Quarter pass. Leave up the possibility of pathing myself if I really need... Or pathing... Ghost Quartering myself to path this if I really need to, or just Ghost Quartering this Ink Moth. Could also try to set up for, like, turn 3 Settle the Wreckage with this Noble. But Settle seems like it's just going to be, like, a 4-mana Path to Exile in this matchup. Which is better than some of the cards in my deck. Sure. Like, Rancor their Mirror. Animate Nexus, sure. Pump the Mirror. We can, like, Might of Old Krosa it. Decide against it. Yeah, Settle's good because it plays around the hexproof stuff. I think it doesn't have, like, Trample, right? I could just block it with Noble Hierarch. And then next turn, Field of Ruin Ink Moth into Path Ichorclaw. Alternatively, I could just take 6 and keep my Hierarch around and then do that. Which I think I like a little bit more, because I kind of want my mana. And then we have Settle and Collect Company and Selfless Spirit to protect against. I think I'm just going to take 6 here. Maybe it's not worth taking 5 versus having this Hierarch in play, but... Oh, I didn't think about that. Now they actually have defensive spell up. Oops. That means I probably don't want to path it right now. It's better to path it on their turn. We have a couple things to get in its way, though. Selfless Spirit and Hierarch. So they would need to, like, Rancor it. That could... Yeah, this could actually work out a little bit bad for me. I probably should have, like... Yeah, this could punch me pretty bad. I didn't think about this. Distortion Strike, huh? It's not lethal yet. Oh, well, now that's lethal. This could be bad. Yeah, might have lost this game to myself. They have 3 cards in hand. The odds of them having a protection spell are pretty high. Please don't. Nope, they had it. All right. Yeah, that was really dumb. I don't know if Field of Ruin works. Oh well, we have game 3. They have Ichor Claw, Mirror, whatever. Mirror. So do I want Rex Sage now? I think I'm more inclined to have it. What am I cutting? Maybe I just don't... Companies are just, like, very slow and doesn't do a whole lot. I could afford to just shave down on companies. Cut Revoker. Oh, yeah. Does Revoker do anything? Revoker turns off their Hierarch and also mine? Yeah, I didn't even think about that last. Think about that when I was boarding game 2. Revoker only turns off Hierarch for both of us. Seems pretty terrible. Yeah, let's run like that. Not a fan. Yeah, Eidolon's like kind of middling, but I think it's... Yeah, exactly. It's fine, but I'm not like, oh, I'm trying to get him with this Eidolon. These hands... This hand is actually just... I have Field of Ruin to get green mana if I need it. Double answers to Ink Moth. I have a Path Dancer single threat. I don't think I can, like, mull these hands. Oh, no, they have a 1-mana spell. Glistener Elf. I think I just want to set up Arbiter here, so I can, like, Path Ghost Quarter or something. This Path Ghost Quarter is going to be real good. Am I blocking this? No. And before, like, 4 quad mutagenic growth kill me. Because I'm just gonna... I don't want to block with this Arbiter, because it just died to a pump spell. And then I can just play Ghost Quarter this Breeding Pool, Path this Glistener Elf, and they just have nothing. And we have follow-up, like, Field of Ruin for a land if they find one. I assume the Windswept Heath means they don't have any other lands in their hand. Yeah. Yep. Opponent didn't think about the Leonin Arbiter in play. We also have Thalia to punish them for having no lands. Opponent says, haha, ouch, in chat. Reading the card does explain it. It wasn't even like the normal mess up with fetches. Like, they don't know how the prompt works. Like, some people think that when you fetch, you'll get a little notice that says, would you like to pay 2 mana? Like when you get mana leaked or something, but... yeah, time to... I guess I'm supposed to attack first. Punish the crap out of them. Go to the end steps, they get rid of their floating mana. And they're probably dead. That Leonin Arbiter seemed pretty good there. They got a Dryad Arbor. They can technically mutagenic growth to eat this Arbiter. Oh man, do they actually have mutagenic? And we have THC. I guess I was supposed to Field Ruin that. I totally didn't. I'm really bad at the card Field Ruin, apparently. Just can't read my own cards. Yeah. I can field their Windswept Heath now. Although, no, it doesn't matter because they don't. Kind of want a green mana for myself. And they're probably just pretty hosed here. They have fetch basic forest if they want to grab anything. Yep. And they play a mirror that dies to this Rexy. Oh no, it actually technically does. Oh, never mind, it does. It's okay. Play bad, get rewarded. It's fine. Don't worry about it, chat. Double Wasteland versus, like, yeah, the incredibly landlight deck tends to work out. Could have been like the triple Wasteland if I had actually fielded their Dryad Arbor. Aggressive. I'll block, just in case they just pump this to 18. Yeah, they're very, very dead. All right, we managed to punt several times in that match, but we got there. What card do you think are good against control and modern, like blue-white control? Click, Thalia, Bitter Blossom, Choke. I'm looking for a good. What deck are you talking about, Gustavo? Like, obviously, there are a lot of good cards that you can tech in against control, but it depends on what you want to be on. I've been playing Eldrazi Taxes a lot in Modern. Yeah, Throne's real good if you're playing green, but I've been playing Black-White Eldrazi Taxes, and Bitter Blossom has been a house against the blue-based control decks. But yeah, I guess, well, I mean, Throne's a little bit weaker now because the blue-white decks play Terminus. But Throne's still very, very good, obviously. Opponent, Nola Gold. Seems okay. Definitely keepable. Watery Grave. Haven't played against a Watery Grave deck in a while. Am I missing something here? I'm missing something that I should be thinking about with my opponent playing Mox Opal and Watery Grave in their deck? Tezzeret? Like, just modern blue-black Tezzeret? Oh, it's like blue-black Thopter Foundry or Esper Thopter Foundry. Yeah, Lantern's not going to be playing Watery Grave. I think we're just going to jam Arbiter in hopes it like gums up something, like a War of Invention or something like that. And then hopefully try to like Ghost Quarter them or Field of Ruin them or something. Like, I'm a little scared because our deck is not very good at beating Thopter Sword, especially main board. Hello, Cat. How you doing? Cat doesn't want to be on stream. What is happening? So I think I want to Ghost Quarter this Academy Ruins more than anything. And if they sack an artifact to pay the Arbiter tax, I can flash in a second Arbiter. And then if they sack another artifact, then we like use the Ghost Quarter to essentially like at least kill 2 of their artifacts, which isn't irrelevant. Do I want to take them off of triple blue, or do I want to take them off this Academy? I think Academy. Academy just seems scarier in the long term. Wow, they didn't even pay for the 1. I guess I'm playing Selfless Spirit. Don't know what my opponent's doing besides just playing like blue black Thopter Foundry card. I guess the KCI goes infinite, right? KCI plus sword just goes off. This feels like a whir, yeah. But they can't whir through this Arbiter. Oh, they can, right? They can sack these artifacts or something. Whir X equals 2. They have not paid for the Arbiter tax, and they've passed priority, so I don't think my opponent knows how Arbiter works, and they're going to get severely punished here. But deal, I suppose. Take this valve to 3. Don't think my opponent knows how Arbiter works. The most common sentence modern D&D players speak. Yeah, at least on Moto. Moto just makes Arbiter so much better than it is in paper. Punch my opponent for 6, I guess. We're gonna Bugler my turn in case I hit a my one of Phyrexian Revoker. The classic whiff. Man, Bugler's good in this deck. Play Hierarchy and Vile. Would have really liked an actual, just a 3rd land there to Field of Ruin something. We don't have lethal in play, which scares me. Bugler is a bit too much. Yeah, not sure how I feel about it. I like green-white, like, Coco taxes. It seems really neat and adds, like, a really good grindy element to the deck that not a lot of the other variants have, but I just don't think Bugler makes the cut. I think I just want, like, 4 Flicker Wisps in the deck. And just still playing Cocos. Is my opponent playing around Arbiter this time? Yeah. Alright, they figured it out. Oh, please tell me they're going to pay for both. Oh god, they're not going to pay for the second Arbiter, are they? Oh god, I'm so sorry, buddy. Oh no, they're trying to cast the court first, right? They need to court. Oh no, they are. Alright, they figured it out. And now they can go infinite, which means we might just be hosed, right? No, they can't go infinite. No, yeah, they can't go infinite yet. They can finally search their sword. I know they can't. No, I don't know. I don't think they can. Cause, yeah, they need a little bit more mana. But I don't think I can draw anything to just lethal them here. I can draw a Revoker, I think, is my only real hit. I guess Ghost Quarter puts them off of all of their mana. So like Eternal Witness or Ghost Quarter does it? Hierarch definitely does not do it. I can hit him for 8, but then they can literally go infinite next turn. So they gain infinite life, make infinite Thopters, and I die. So I need to crack Canopy. But cracking Canopy doesn't draw me into anything anymore. Because then I can't follow it up with a Phyrexian Revoker. I think we're just dead. I'm trying to think of if there's anything on my list. Can Field of Ruin their grave. But it just doesn't do enough, because they just need the 1 mana, right? They pay 1 mana, activate Thopter Foundry on the sword, makes a Thopter, sword comes back, sack the sword to the Car Clan. They have 2 colorless, they use 1 of it, sack the sword. Yeah, they go off with even 1 mana left. Yeah, well, cycle the canopy, you don't know until you try. Another Arbiter. Not quite lethal. Dang. Needs an extra. No, they can just sack this Sword of the Meek. They sack the Sword of the Meek to the Thopter Foundry instead of the Cart Clan to start the combo, and they should just be able to go off. Yeah. Assuming my opponent finds the line of making infinite Thopters, we will concede. We cannot. I'm not going to make my opponent, like, do this 40 times or whatever. Sack the Thopter. They don't need to sack the Thopter, right? They can just sack the sword and do it infinitely. Alright, yeah, they figured it out. We did. We built green in taxes, Kogan. It's been pretty fun so far. But like I predicted, we're dying mostly to the combo decks. Like I talked about it at the start of the stream. This deck has a very good grindy element, but suffers a lot in the combo matchups. Alright, we'll bring in these guys. And Eidolon doesn't interact with their combo, because it's all activated abilities. Probably want more Cocos, honestly, to find my good cards. Scavenging Ooze, Revoker, Rex Sage. What comes out? Paths seem really bad. Skyfisher. What could they possibly have in sideboard? Like, they might have Damnations or something. Do I want Selfless Spirit to protect my things? Do I want THC seems fine. My opponent had a lot of non-basics. So being on the play at least, like being able to noble into Thalia or something like that. Blade Splicer. Place 3rd with Spirits and Taxes on Sunday. Nice. Deck seems neat. It's probably up there on my list of weird Death and Taxes variants I want to try. This deck only plays 2 mainboard Cocos. Yeah, I stole this list from Spider Space. He's a big modern D&T streamer. And he was playing 2 Coco in the main, 2 in the side. Just because, like, there's a really, like, kind of anti-synergy in the deck between Coco and having both Thalia and Aether Vial in your deck. So you mostly bring in the Cocos when you really want to grind, because they're not always, like, super, super good. Oh, is that in the book, too? Am I not allowed to, like... I mean, weird doesn't mean bad, right? It's just very, like, off the wall. Just, like, non-standard variants. I think Blade Splicer is just slow, doesn't do a lot. And... a Flicker Wisp? I guess maybe E-Wit. I'm not really getting back any, like, value permanence, right? Maybe E-Wit's worse. Because unless they have ways of killing a Stony Silence. I guess, like, Thoughtseize is, maybe? They might have white. I don't know. We only saw Watery Graves and Academy Ruins. Also, it turned out, thinking back on it, I think Ghost Courting them off the Watery Grave, in retrospect, obviously, was way better. Because they had, like, exactly triple blue that whole time. And the Academy Ruins never did anything. Obviously, it's impossible to know. Play Supreme Verdict with Dusk Dawn. Dusk Dawn's sweet. I used to play Dusk Dawn in mono white taxes. The old Thalia Collected Company combo. I think this hand's fine, though. Thalia seems pretty strong against my opponent's deck. as does Arbiter. So ideally we find a third land and we can like turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 Arbiter, Ghost Quarter. Hold Malaria Company. Yeah, Coco is a lot of fun. Have been enjoying casting that card. The first Coco we cast today, though, it was like 2 Thalias and 4 non-creatures. Yeah, Dawn is nuts. I boarded in Dust Dawn against like Jund and just like, all right, they plus Lily. Thank God I can finally discard this Dust Dawn. Top on Visions, huh? Just looking for strong cards against control because I think his blue white along with KCI is the best deck in the format. Kentucky and Stony, yeah. Okay, that's fair. You just want like generic anti-control. Ooh, found the Razor Bridge Thicket. But they also have 2 mana up here. But we can make it so that they actually can't tap low by just casting Arbiter. So I guess in terms of just like generic anti-control cards, it's mostly like big value generators are really what you typically want against control. Stuff that like makes 2-for-1s or even more. Yeah, Thrun is really good. The decks are more on Terminus now, but like Thrun, Bitter Blossom, Choke's fine, but it's not like excellent. There are a decent number of non-islands in people's decks nowadays with like Colonnades, Sacred Foundries, and stuff. Basic Plains. Opponent trying to cast a spell here seems risky. Yeah, Lily. Either Lily, honestly. Deal. Lily the Last Hope or Lily out of the Veil. Value generating planeswalkers like Gideon or Elspeth Knight Errant are good. There are a lot of decks that have options in terms of trying to beat blue-white control. Also, the cards Urza's Tower, Urza's Mine, and Urza's Power Plant are really good against blue-white control. But those ones are a little bit more specific. Alright, we'll just keep beating him down. Attack for 2, play Spirit, hopefully hit land so we can actually cast some Collected Companies. I'm not an expert in either side, but I personally don't think that Field of Ruin suddenly flip that matchup around. But maybe I'm willing to be wrong there. Yeah, no problem, Gustavo. Yeah, basically, the more value that your card generates, like Lingering Souls, stuff that is either very sticky, hard to get off the board, like Thrun, or stuff that just makes a bunch of things that your opponent has to deal with. Because control thrives on just like gaining all this value and just controlling the board. Oh no, I clicked end step. Shoot. Wasn't thinking. Too busy talking to chat. Oh well, hopefully we won't draw land to get super punished for that. Sword of the Meek, sure. Because I shouldn't have 6. They have Fatal Push. Alright, we didn't get super punished. It's all good. Moto, are you okay? Moto? Definitely hit okay through my main phase, but... There we go. What is this like my... No, this is definitely Moto lagging, I think. It's like this... Yeah, the box is grayed out. Moto, are you okay? Do I have to run Task Manager? Yeah, my clock's ticking down while all this is happening. I'll check on it after I get out of this turn. Yeah, Moto started just lagging a whole bunch all of a sudden. So we have lethal if we draw a land. We can just animate this colonnade, this wildwood. Give him the business, but... My opponent could tech... No, probably can't kill us this turn. Where is Task Manager? Really hope to know what colors in. Yeah, I think you're just looking for like generic cards, like how people have a list of like, oh, you want to beat Storm, just like play these cards across various colors. You want people like Control, play like these cards across various colors. Liliana the Veil, huh? God, what? Are you okay, Moto? Think I'm just going to sack Selfless Spirit. Yeah, we'll just sack Selfless Spirit. Land, please? It's like a land on suspend. We probably need to take this Lily off the board. Then my land suspend 1 here. Yeah. It's definitely like not as productive as trying to theory craft. How do I beat X deck with Y deck? Oh no. My opponent has assembled Thopter Foundry. Or Thopter Sword, whatever. You can Coco into like Revoker or Rex Sage or something else. I can make 2 1/1s and a 2/3. Dahlia's not going to do it. Let's cast Collective... Or, yeah, let's just cast Collective Company and see what happens. Ah, perfect. Blade Slicer plus Flicker Wisp. I guess I flicker the Blade Splicer, but it's not going to do anything. My opponent's going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 life next turn. I gain 2 life right now. 8, 13. We have another Coco coming, so we're not dead. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, we could draw Stony, or we could Coco into Revoker or Rex Sage to disrupt this combo. We can't attack. We get a bunch of first striking golems at least. They do? They abruptly get an arbiter. Oh, are they gonna like whir for KCI and kill me? Also abrupt decay. Wow. Is that I guess it's the hedge against Stony? That makes sense. Yeah, they're gonna whir me here. 1, 2, 3. They don't have enough mana to whir for KCI. And whatever. Don't know what they're warring for, but it can't be good for me. Could war for, like, bridge. I imagine bridge. Or ensnaring bridges in their deck. Yeah, this feels like ensnaring bridge. Yep. Ooh. We have a game on our hands. Tag him for 2. Do I want to also play Thalia? Thalia cuts me off of Cocoing next turn. But it's probably okay. Because I now need a Coco, but I need, like, I guess the only card that really wins me the game here is Cocoing into Wisp or Rexage on this bridge. So I guess there's no real point casting Thalia. If I get into this bridge, my opponent already loses. So we're just gonna stony them. Yeah. My opponent has 4 mana, so I don't think Thalia is preventing too much. Tez, alright. That's a scary card. Torpor Orb, ooh. That shuts off a lot of my outs next turn. Time to Coco into lethal, hopefully. Play Hierarch, attack them for lethal technically, but the Thopter's in the way. Although I could actually set that up. Wait, this thing gains life, right? Yeah, we're just gonna Coco. Coco has very high upside. Ah, the classic. Definitely not any of the cards that I wanted. Do I just grab Bugler? Bugler? Yeah, Bugler skews maybe. I'm going to take a ton of damage from this Tez ult. 5. They have like 5, 6 artifacts minimum. Bugler helps me, but all my outs are gone after they get Torpor Orb down. I don't think I can actually like win, right? Well, there's Phyrexian Revoker. So we can revoke the Tez. I guess not all our outs. We can actually kill them with Noble Hierarchs if we have enough of them. Oh, rip. That was a bummer. Triple, yeah. Well, less so now. How does D&T usually win through bridge? Flicker Wisp is the main way usually, but once they play this Torpor Orb, we're just completely hosed. Yeah, they can get down to 0 cards in hand now. And they had Inquisition. They drew Inquisition for turn. Jeez. Don't think there are any more outs in my deck. Besides, draw another Hierarch before they just like Tezzle me to death. Yeah, we still can't attack or anything. This is not looking great. I guess I'm supposed to cast the Thalia now. Just in case it hiccups something along the line, down the line. keep plussing. Oh, Mox Opal. That keeps their hand pretty empty. Can you scoos after sack? After what's being sacked? After sword sack? Yeah, but they can't sack the sword right now because I have Stony in play. The main thing is that like I just can't get through this bridge when they have Torpor Orb in play. Unless I find another Noble Hierarch. Maybe E if it's green. Yeah, like, all the E's already turned off by the Stony. Not even sure I would have boarded in E against this deck. Maybe. I guess E blows up both halves of the Thopter Sword combo. Yeah, you can definitely scoos after the sack. They have another Sword of the Meek. Sure. Oh man, Adventurous Sword gains them life too. That's rude. Just gonna gain enough life to try and get out of this like double Tez ult range. Yeah, that's. I don't think there's anything because I just have like E-Wit, which is already turned off by the Torpor Orb. So I don't think there's. What's his ult? His ult's at 4. Yeah. So getting into double ult range real fast. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artifacts in play. They just like plus here, ult. If I were them, I probably would have ulted at least once by now just for safety. Loses double the life of the artifacts I control. Oh, is my opponent streaming too? Yeah, my opponent ults for safety here. My opponent goes to like 24 now. I just have actual no-outs. I suppose I could have drawn, like, the third Hierarch here and attacked the Tezzeret and threatened it. But now it's too late. Because now their Thopter gets in the way. Yeah, 2 times the number of artifacts. It's very bad for me. I suppose that wouldn't have even worked, right? If I had drawn Hierarch and attacked, they could have just made a 5/5 with Tezzeret after blocking, and then I can just never get through the 5/5 even if I have 4 Hierarchs. Yeah, we're just dead. We don't have a second Revoker in our deck. Man, that Inquisition was rough. I think we were pretty in it. I think it was basically me drawing to another Hierarch versus my opponent drawing to like another Abrupt Decay or something. Had this Revoker actually survived. Opponent just like whirring for whatever into the Arbiter because they don't care. Just tapping all their stuff for the dramatic flair. Tap the Thopter, come on. Dang. Oh, battle at the bridge. Neat. Gavany lets me attack exactly once with Noble Hierarch, and then they block with Thopter. Does my mouse keep dying? There's no way my mouse battery's dead, right? There we go. I think Pride Mate, yeah. I could technically attack this Tezzeret with both Noble Hierarchs, and then ping it down 1 because of that, but but I mean, it's not going to matter, because then my opponent just pluses it. I buy a turn doing that. Get him. We'll go down fighting. We'll kill this Thopter. Thopter's hiding behind their stuff. Yeah, die, Thopter. Taste it. And Tezzeret also kills me. But we tried. It was a fun match. Although if they drew battle at the bridge there. Before I drew nothing relevant. And my opponent drew battle. So I think, oh, was that the end of the league? I was not paying any attention. Thought that was round 4. Anyway, what I was going to say there is, so assuming that my opponent didn't draw Inquisition, although I guess they would have like drastically changed because they plus Tezzeret a bunch, so they just like totally messed up what was on the top of their deck. So it's not fair to say like, oh, we would have just died to battle at the bridge had they not had Inquisition for Revoker. It's up to them to find like a battle at the bridge or an abrupt decay or a fatal push, I guess. They had those in their deck. Versus I was drawing to a third Noble Hierarch or like Cocos or more Buglers to find them. Did I have any outs? I don't think I did. Yeah. No Quasali Pride Mage. It was all trying to draw the third Noble. Weird final match. But kind of as I predicted, did we 3-2 that? What did we lose to? We got chess, so we had to have 3-2'd. Let's go back. Yeah, we lost to... Okay, yeah, we lost to KCI, and we lost to Blue-Black Thopter Sword, Blue-Black Tez. A lot of things that could be. But anyway, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, this is the first time I've played this variant of taxes in Modern, but you get a lot of value generation with this deck. You have Eternal Witness, you have Militia Bugler, you have Collected Companies, and just you're able to grind really, really well, but you're losing a lot of the anti-combo elements in the other Death and Taxes decks. You're cutting down on Athalia. You're like playing less cards that interact with your opponent's stuff, no Thought Knot Seers or anything, Tide Hollows if you're playing in black-white, and that definitely hurts in the combo matchups. And that's what we saw today. We beat up on a bunch of fair decks. I mean, in fact, but we beat up on a bunch of decks that like played creatures and stuff and made a lot of our cards relevant. What did we play against? No, we play Hollow One? Yes, we played against Hollow One. We played against Infect. We played against... God, what was even round 2? I already don't remember. Dagotron. Oh, we 2-0'd Ponza. So yeah, I think the strategy is really nice, actually, if you're playing against a bunch of fair decks that aren't overly aggressive. I think Humans is also kind of scary, in which EE is a relevant card, but I was also too poor to buy EEs for this league. They're actually like 47 ticks or some nonsense. So I think EEs help shore up the aggro matchups a little bit, but I think this list in general is a little bit soft to combo decks. So I think if you want to beat up those decks, you just play Eldrazi Taxes, because this deck is very good against combo with like Camball and Damping Sphere and Stony Silence and Rest in Peace and Thought Knot and Tide Hollow and Thalia's like a bunch of stuff. I do like this deck, though. I think I will go back to it. It was a lot more fun, I think, than Red-White Taxes. This deck just felt like kind of not very powerful. It just felt like mono white Taxes with like lightning bolts. I enjoyed this deck. We'll look back later. It might be that just Bugler's not good. I boarded out Bugler a lot, and it never felt particularly good. Anyway, we're gonna find someone to host real quick here. So I don't know if people saw... I mentioned this on stream yesterday. I'm probably going to continue mentioning it so more people are aware of it. I saw this posted in MTG Legacy subreddit. There's this website called mtgstreams.com where you can actually find streams sorted by format, which is really nice because whenever I go to host people, I have to like swim through this sea of MTG arena players, which like nothing against them. I'm fine with arena existing. I don't, but it's hard makes it harder to find like the people I want to host. Like now I can there's a legacy tab and I can just find everyone playing legacy right now, which is 5 people, 2 of which are paper tournaments, 3 people are streaming. Ooh, someone's streaming Legacy Death and Taxes. All right, we'll go host them. I have lost against Arena boring. Well, I mean, if you like to play Standard, like, Arena's fine. I don't hate it. I just like Standard's not my thing. But anyway, this guy, Beastie Boy, is playing Legacy Death and Taxes, so we're gonna go host him. So, all right, no one, you don't have to like Arena. It's your prerogative, Taylor. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out tonight. Thank you again to Phil for hosting me with 104 viewers or however many. If you like the content that you saw today, you want to see more Death and Taxes stuff, we play it all the time here. Monday through Wednesday and Friday are the usual streaming days. And you can drop me a follow if you want to see more. Costs you totally nothing and helps you find my stuff. Other than that, you can subscribe or donate or subscribe to YouTube or follow me on Twitter. I think those are all the things I need to cover. I always post my streams after they're done on YouTube. All the links for that are down below, by the way. Subscriptions to Twitch gives you a sweet Thalia emote, which should be added to the Discord pretty soon. I forgot to message Static about that. I'll do that eventually. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming to hang out tonight. I hope you had some fun. And now we're gonna go host Beastie Boy. I will see you guys all tomorrow.